In the category short videos and podcasts, we have selected 6 examples for now, which we want to walk through to give you an idea about what we imagine a short video could be for you in your course. And some of the examples include, in this case, a video case story, where we basically visit some place in DTU or in the industry and create a little case that shows how a certain theory is applied in the real life. Another example is annotation of videos. This is a pretty funky idea, which means that if you look at this video, you can see we can pause the video, we can use the mouse cursor to comment on the video, and if we take a look here, we see lines drawn while audio is commenting what is happening. So this is a great way to illustrate your theory on the real world. Another example is bring a demonstration into our studio. Some demonstrations are simply too detailed to show in a big lecture hall, so what we can do is use multiple cameras to zoom into details that you want to bring attention to. And another type of video is topics in depth, we call them. Basically, the idea is that you can decide for certain content in your course to be mediated through a video. Typically, it could be details which certain students don't need and other students would appreciate. You can also highlight things which are extra material that the most motivated students would be happy to have access to, but which you don't have time to teach them directly. So use it in any way you want, but we imagine that the studio can be used for this. And then finally, oh, look at that beautiful young man. Weekly video appetizers, and this is a special concept we used for Mathematik 1, where each week we have an appetizer introducing the topic of that particular week. All this can be done in our studio, which is where I'm standing right now. And this is a new facility we have built in the autumn of 2010. We also have a list of things we believe are important for really great videos, and here are some examples of that. First of all, we want the videos with e-learning content to have a consistent graphical profile. So we have developed a concept where usually we have a roll-up poster in the studio. We also have a concept for introductions, DTU logo in the top right corner. We have stuff like a lower third, it's called, which is the name tag you see here, etc. So we have a strong graphical profile for the videos. We also encourage you to use the channels like YouTube and iTunes or podcasts to distribute your content. I'll get back to that in a moment. And we believe that videos should look great in HD. We always produce in HD, and at the same time, they should look good on a small mobile device like an iPhone or smartphone or one of these tablet computers which are upcoming currently. So finally, we encourage you to be open about your content and share it. We believe that most likely it's a greater advantage for you to share your content freely than trying to lock it up behind a password. The length of your video is very important. Today, people are very impatient and they are used to short bits of content from YouTube and the like. So we suggest that you break your material up into bits of 3 to 5 minutes. Even if you have half an hour of material to present, try to make them into episodes. That would be a good strategy. And regarding distribution, we suggest that at least you use our podcast channel, which is a standard service from LearningLab, where we can put your content online within very short time from the production of it. In addition, we suggest that you use YouTube for videos. People know that channel already. It's in the popular culture, so it's easily accessible for everyone. But at the same time, you use podcast channels. And what is a podcast anyway? Well, if you look here at this screenshot, you see iTunes from a computer. And in iTunes, we have subscribed to e-learning videos from Mathematik 1. And you see all the episodes listed, and you can press a little get icon and the episode will get downloaded to your computer. And what that means is that when you have a mobile phone or an iPod like this one, you can enter the iPhone here and you can watch the episode directly on the iPod. And if we exit the video, Here you see the list of all the episodes which were downloaded into iTunes on the computer. So that is obviously one device. Today we also see a lot of tablet computers appearing, and a tablet computer like the iPad looks like this. You probably saw that many times, but videos also look great in HD on an iPad, so that's another media you can use. And they'll be very easily distributed using podcast channels for devices like this. Finally, about the license, we believe that openness is a really good strategy for spreading your content and getting the most impact of it. So we suggest that you look at the Creative Commons license, and what it means is that you will always get attribution for your work, but basically you want to share it. So you can choose different combinations in Creative Commons, and one could be the equal sign means that you don't allow any derivatives of your work. Another possibility could be share alike, meaning that people are allowed to change your content, remix it as they call it, but they have to share it under the same terms, so it will still be free. It will still carry your attribution with it. Finally, you can also select something like a non-commercial version of Creative Commons, so your content can only be used freely under non-commercial terms. So, Creative Commons, you can read more about it at creativecommons.dk or creativecommons.org on the internet. And then finally, I just hope that you are inspired to create a series of videos for your own course. Contact us at LearningLab and we'll see what we can do to help you out.